So this is the view of the cranial cavity. I wanted to show you how the cribriform plate looks like. Okay, so this is the crista galli, and the blue marked area is the cribriform plate of ethmoid, and you can see the pits and openings through which the olfactory nerves connect with the olfactory bulb. Now the second portion here is the optic foramen. It's the optic canal, which is in relation with the orbit, and the optic nerve passes throughout it. Then just a little bit inside and inwards, the green color marking is for the superior orbital fissure. Just under the superior orbital fissure, the magenta color marking is for the foramen rotundum. This blue marking is marking the foramen ovale or foramen ovale, and the red one is showing foramen spinosum. Okay, now on the other side, you are seeing this blue color marking. This is known as foramen lacerum. Foramen lacerum. And this one here, this triangular piece of bone here is the petrous part of temporal bone, and I am moving it little bit down, and this green color marking that you're seeing here, this is internal acoustic meatus. The 7th and 8th cranial nerve pass through it. Then go a little bit down, I'm seeing this foramen. This is the jugular foramen, and you're seeing this S-shaped depression made by the sigmoid sinus, which moves towards it and continues down out of the foramen as the internal jugular vein. Now minimizing it a bit. Okay, minimize this. You can see the big foramen here. This is foramen magnum, and on its either side you are seeing a small foramen on both sides. These small foramen that you see, these are the hypoglossal foramen. They lead into the hypoglossal canal. Now I will show you another view from the view. Let me check it. Yes. Now externally from the base, how do you see it? Now this marking here, this is for the stylomastoid foramen for the facial nerve, and here this fuchsia marking here is for the hypoglossal canal. Here the hypoglossal foramen is opening here on the sides of these bony prominences known as occipital condyles, and you can see, you're seeing the jugular foramen here. All right, and if I turn the skull down, the base down here, and I'm pointing towards the canal and enlarging it here, this is for the carotid. The center of the screen, this canal that you're seeing here, this is for the internal carotid artery to enter into the cranial cavity. Then it opens on top of the foramen lacerum. The foramen lacerum is covered by cartilage, but carotid canal, it enters on top of it. Here, if I'll show you here, this is the carotid canal opening inside, and it opens above the foramen lacerum. Okay, so these are the structures you had to identify in the skull. This is superior orbital fissure from the orbit view. You are seeing, superior orbital fissure in the zone that's back, and you can see the optic foramen here leading to the optic canal. and these are the hypoglossal canals, foramen magnum. Okay, this marked area here. Right, so these are the main foramina of the skull that we discussed in the morning.